Hi, everybody. Welcome to the channel. My name is Steve Hansen, and this is a little channel I put together for retirement on Social Security. We cover a lot of topics with this channel, and today I'd like to touch a little bit on rest home and being prepared for being in a rest home, whether it's you or a loved one, and kind of some things to look for. And it's really, everybody, it's kind of a scary situation in the sense that, first of all, this is extremely expensive. I mean, I've heard costs anywhere from $8,000 to $10,000 a month, and I've heard of people having rest home insurance, and I've heard a lot of up and down things. And folks, you can Google it and one thing and another. I'm not going to fill you with a lot of statistics and misinformation. My biggest advice to you would simply be to seek a Medicare professional and get their guidance on preparing for long-term care, rest home stays, if that comes to be a fruition for you. The biggest thing they do, folks, is they go back 5 years. Once you make an application, they go back 5 years and look at your assets. And so if if you've done anything with assets or one thing or another, let's say you've given away money, or you've given away land or property or possessions, they will, in a sense, go back and say, well, if you gave property away, like say a parent gives it to a loved one or a family member, they will look at that and say, okay, we want the cash value of that. There's just all kinds of things like that out there. I've seen reports and things that you like. Biggest thing is as you age, let's say you get closer to possibly going into a rest home, you need to make sure that you do not have any more than $4,000 in your bank account for a period of 5 years, because they will go back and look at that and say, okay, you had, say, $6,000 at this juncture, and so and if it's within that 4 year window, or excuse me, 5 year window, they will go back and want to know where that money's at, because they will want it. So if they've gifted you, if they had $6,000 and they gifted it to you, and you're over that 4,000 barrier. Like, bottom line, gang, they will go after every cent that they can. So you need to be prepared. If it looks like you, or you feel like you want to be ready for it, and there's procedures like irrevocable trust. I hope that's the right way to pronounce it, but that also has some loopholes. And so, everybody, listen. All I want to do with this video is caution you to be prepared for the possibility of having to go to a rest home and not having the government take every damn thing that you have. Because once you get there, like you're on Social Security, you get like $70 a month, and they take the rest of it. And if there's my cousins had to do this with my uncle's place. He had a ranch that was in his family for over 100 years, and he had not prepared for this, and he started falling, and they wound up having to put him in long-term care for his own safety. Well, they had assets of the land, so they had to sell that, and they had to give that money to the facility. So again, everybody, maybe in a way I'm trying to scare you. If you haven't thought about long-term care, and I apologize, I haven't been real polished with my presentation of this, but my biggest point of this video is to simply bring you aware to being prepared for long-term care. Start looking into it, start making plans for it. Whether you choose to do long-term care insurance or what have you, my biggest point, and what I strongly suggest, is look at an attorney that's experienced in this field. Look at a Medicare a Medicare agent that will help you plan for this so that when that day comes, and hopefully it doesn't, everybody, we all wish that we can not have to go to long-term care, but unfortunately for many of us, that becomes a reality as we get older. So my biggest point, everybody, is to please prepare for long-term care in the event you have to go that route, you or a loved one. With that, have a great day, everybody. And remember, it never hurts to be nice to somebody, but might if you don't. Take care.